Hey, if you're like me, when things get tough or something bad happens or you think is going to happen, prayer's like the first thing on your mind, right? It shouldn't be the only time you do it. But what about when you're praying for something and it doesn't happen? And you don't hear an answer, or maybe the answer is no. Yeah, well, I was doing my new Bible study this morning in Luke, and going to share a little bit about it if I don't fall in a hole. We're out here in the South Woods, a little bit different place. Hope you'll stick with me. It's not preaching, it's just real life. Here we go. So promises. That's sometimes what we think, isn't it? Yeah. God, you promised this. You promised to take care of your people. I was reading Luke this morning, and yeah, I'm trying to go through Luke one day at a time. I'm going to take a couple chapters. If you want to join me, feel free, and we can talk about it here and there throughout the weeks coming. I can't read the book as much as I can listen. The migraines I've been having, reading just kind of triggers that kind of stuff a little bit. So I kind of read along when I can, but covering a couple chapters a day. And the very first couple of chapters, it talks about some people who had a lot of promises made, and it was was remarkable how they lived within the promise. You know, obvious choices here are Mary and Joseph, who, you know, that was a lot to ask, and yet, you know, they prevailed. But I want to skip on to some of the lesser knowns. After Jesus is born, they take him into the temple, and whether you're a Bible believer or not, these are stories of just, well, I guess they're faith, but belief in a promise. There was a man named Simeon who was told by God, I guess that's what he says, told by God in one shape or another. You know, you and I wouldn't know maybe what it's like to hear an audible voice, but maybe that promise, however that came to him. He wouldn't die until he saw the Christ come, the Savior, whatever the form that you think that the Jewish people were waiting on. He was told he wouldn't die until he seen him. One day, in walks Mary and Joseph with their son. He's getting blessed in the temple, and there's Simeon. Gets to walk up and hold him. How long did this guy live thinking that this is a promise, not die until I'm going to see it? How many years, one right after another, went by that he was thinking, well, Lord, it's getting a little late. How many times was he sick and he thought, this is it, you better hurry. There was a prophetess, I guess they were called. She was named Anna. And she didn't get too far from the temple as the stories in Luke go. She stayed pretty close. While Mary and Joseph are there with Jesus, Anna gets this stirring to go into the temple and check things out. Now, this gal was married years ago. She lost her husband after about 7 years, and now she's 84 years old. She's pretty frail, as we understand it. And she spent most of her time around the temple praying and doing whatever she did. All that time, year after year, you know, fasting, praying, doing whatever a prophetess does. So you see my point here. Zechariah, who is the husband of Elizabeth, that's John's parents. This guy's in his 80s, I suppose, something like that. He's a chief priest there in the temple. No kids. Elizabeth can't have kids. I cannot imagine the scorn that she probably had about her without kids in that day. You know, people want to say, well, if you weren't such a sinner, if you didn't have something in your life, you would have bore Zechariah a kid. Now, Zechariah, this dude, he has a great, he has something like Mary and Joseph has. An angel appears to this guy and tells him, hey, you're going to be a father. He's like, no way. Angel says, too bad you didn't believe me. Now you're not going to talk until the baby's born. Rats. You wait all this time and you try to be such a good guy and then you mess it up. Ain't that just like the rest of us? Elizabeth gets pregnant a little bit later, and this is during the same time, shortly before Mary and Joseph find out they're pregnant. Zechariah don't talk for the whole time until the baby comes out, and Elizabeth wants to name him John, and everybody's arguing with her like, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't have no Johns in your family. You're going to name him something. Name him after Zechariah. Zechariah finally comes out and he writes it down. His name is John, and boom, he can talk. Promises, promises. Just thinking a little bit today about the promises that we have and maybe how we look at them. Maybe we've given up on the promises. I don't think it's been 80 years yet for you, has it? I struggle with this myself. I want things to happen. I think I should be doing this or I should be doing that. Try to wait for timing. That's a toughie. Waiting. I hope you're with me on that. It's worth the wait. If you're waiting and God hasn't answered you yet, just keep the faith. A promise made is a promise kept by God. But today is some more black clouds, and I'm loving it. I love this weather. This is a good time to reflect and think that all is coming to life. Spring is here. I'm out in the woods with the possibility of bears and other wild. You're watching behind me, aren't you? I hope. One eye open. I got the black dog out here. She'll let me know if she's barking and running away. Hey, stand true to the promises, all right? Anna, the prophetess, she lived her whole life, probably 60 some years in waiting and all that. And her story is told in just a couple of sentences with her name. That's it. Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus. We know his name and we know his family lineage. We don't know hardly anything else about him after the teenage years, or the 12 or 13 years old that Jesus was when he spent time in the temple. We don't know anything substantial about Joseph. And look at the life that he had and what story he had intertwined with the gospel. And yet, that was enough. It fits the story. You may not be famous. I may not be popular or famous or wealthy or have a lot of subscribers or a big YouTube channel. But that's not what it's all about. Not at all. Subscribers come and go, and some videos get more likes than others. It's not why I do it. I do it just to reach out to you guys and have some fun. Maybe share some good news now and then. Like today. Promises kept. We'll see you soon. Make it the best day yet. This is Randy, RagamuffinPiper. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.